What's poppin'? It's your boy Nilly, Nilly Nation Stand Up, Five Life in the building, Team LSU, New Side Alphas, and you rockin' with Whitney Talks TV. Hip hop to me is something deeper than just a feeling. It's something deeper than just you riding in your car listening to music. It's a connection with a different person. Music is something that everybody is connected with in some type of way, whether that be jazz, soul, hip hop, country, rock, anything like that. Everybody has some type of connection to music. So what hip hop is to me is it's my connection to everyday struggles of other people, but we all can relate because we all love the music. So hip hop to me is a connection to all my peers.
Alrighty, and your inspiration behind rapping and your creativity with music. Let's talk about that. What inspires you?
Well, I get inspiration from my music every single day, whether it be my personal circumstances my loved ones go through, whether it be my family, friends, some people who I don't even know. I get my inspiration from anything, but my deep inspiration first is God. I'm a Christian. I put God first with everything. Secondly is my family. My family makes countless amounts of sacrifice for me to be in the spot that I am in now. And third is just self-motivation to be great. I'm not the type of person that's gonna do something and not expect greatness out of it. I don't mess around a lot. So if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put God first. I'm gonna keep my family in mind and try to represent my family in the best way. And I'm gonna try to be great at it. Sure.
Alrighty, so everyone has a story. What's your hip hop journey like so far?
Well, I was always influenced by music. My mom was a choir director in the church, so that's where I fell in love with melodies and just music in general. Growing up and coming through the church, I started singing, and I sang basically my whole entire life. But around high school, it's just when I fell in love with rap music. Actually, was Kanye West's College Dropout was the first album that I was like, man, like this is something that I could see myself doing down the line. So then when I was in high school, playing varsity basketball, my team actually was looking to make their own original warm-up song. And they had knew that I love music, so it was like, man, it'd be dope if you laid a verse on the song. So I laid a verse on the song, and then everybody loved it. So that's crazy, just knowing that I was warming up to my own lyrics in a varsity basketball game. Like, that was just crazy. So then that song translated to another song for the girls' soccer team, who wound up winning the state championship in Texas. So that was getting a lot of buzz, which led people to want me to release my solo project, which led the solo project to being 2 solo projects, to 5 solo projects, to me doing shows, and then it keeps getting bigger and better now. So it all started in the church choir, and now people are really seeing me as like one of the next hip hop artists coming up.
Alrighty, and what does excellence mean to you?
Well, excellence is not something that I look at as just being perfect at all times. It's something that it's like a standard. It's something that I strive for. I'm the type of person, if somebody told me that I did a great job at something, then I would try to nitpick what they're thinking about and try to get them to tell me what I did wrong so I can perfect that. Because it's one thing for people to gas you up. Oh my God, Nilly, you like the best rapper in Baton Rouge. Oh, I see you doing your shows. You're great. You're amazing. Which is cool because I appreciate all that. But when it comes down to excellence, I want to find the things that you didn't like, the constructive criticism. My dad was in the military, so he didn't sugarcoat anything in my life. It was always tough love, trying to get me better, and that's what I look for in my music. So in order for me to be excellent in my music, I gotta find my weaknesses and always make them better.
Alrighty, and as an artist, how do you express your emotions and your life experiences through your music?
Well, music is definitely my escape. It's definitely where I vent. You know, a lot of people use different things to show emotion. I'm not really an emotional person, but my music is the outlet in which I show my emotion, and it's where I get a lot of my stress relief off by just like communicating with words. You know, a lot of people smoke. I don't smoke. A lot of people drink. I don't do that. Like I just put it all in the music. It's kind of just like my release. So. But I always want to keep it real. I never want to be the one to sugarcoat something or be the one to fabricate a story. You know, everything that I rap about is real life situations. So if you hear anything that I say is something that I'm really dealing with or that I've seen firsthand of people dealing with or that I know that people can relate to. So, I mean, all my emotions are real. So if you hear it in my music, it's definitely coming from a real place.
Okay, and while you're creating your music, you know, in the vibe or whatnot, what's your like ultimate goal at the end of the day? Like, what do you want your fans to remember your music as, and like, how do you want to express yourself?
Well, definitely my ultimate goal is Grammys, platinum albums, world tours. For me to be in a conversation in your barbershops is, oh, Nilly, he the greatest of all time. Like I'm not just doing it for the attention, for the local buzz. You know, like I wanna use this platform to feed my family down the line. Like I don't want my mom working for 50 plus years, or like I want my people to sit back and know that I got them. Like that's what it's about. And I'm the type of person that if I'm gonna do something, then I might as well like go all out, and I might as well try to reach the top goal that I can, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be rapping my whole entire life. So while I am rapping, I want people to realize that he really did it and he really tried to be great at it. But the ultimate goal after the Grammys, platinum albums, world tours, and all that is me starting my own record label, because I want to give back to other people who I see potential in. Because I mean, it's hard. I write all my own music, fund my own studio time and videos, book my own shows. I do that all myself. I currently don't have a manager right now, so it's definitely hard doing it all myself. So I see myself down the line after I get my foot in the door, trying to help other people get their foot in the door. So that's definitely some of the things that I want to do.
Right, and I mean, by you not having a manager, you get like firsthand everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know behind the scenes of how everything goes about. So when that time does come, you know, right from wrong and how things work out well.
Right, definitely. Right now, me not having a manager, I don't really look at it as a knock. Sure, it's hard because normally the artist is just the one to focus on the music and just strictly focus on the goal at hand. But for me, not having a manager, I know the ins and outs. I know that there's a certain way that you have to speak to someone when you're negotiating a contract or a deal, or if you're doing an appearance interview, if you want somebody to market your brand and wear your merchandise, if you want somebody to film your videos and different price splits and things like that. I get the logistics behind it, so that when I do get a manager, I know that A, I can do it myself, but B, I can kind of use like checks and balances to make sure that they're doing their job right, because I've done it for myself. So right now it's not necessarily a con, it's just me finding out the logistics of it so I can know the business mind of music, because music is not just what you hear on the radio. It's a lot of business tactics that come along with it. So I feel like that's just gonna help me sharpen my business mind for sure.
Right. Alrighty, and speaking of studio experience and time and whatnot, do you remember your first studio experience and how did you feel when that all came about?
Dang,
First time in the studio.
That's a good question. My first time in the studio, I would have to say, I just go with my first time with me recording my own song. I just went in, I laid the verse because I had rehearsed. It was me and one of my friends, Trace. Shout out to Trace. I went in, I recorded it. I recorded my first verse, and then I told him to play it back, and I just was listening to myself, and I was just like, yo, this sounds weird. Like it's really me on the track. Like, it sounds weird. But lo and behold, Trace and my friend Kevin, they were like, oh, your voice is dope. So I was thinking it sounded weird, but they like, I guess maybe they were gassing me up, maybe they were keeping it real, but they were like, yo, your voice sounds dope. Like, do the second verse. So I did the second verse, and he was like, man, this is crazy. Like, we didn't even think that you would really do that. So that, off the bat, that gave me confidence to always go in, just be sure of myself, and kill it. And also, that told me that every time I go in the studio, I want to have other people in the studio to give me that energy and give me that feedback. So I can be reassured that what I'm doing is right. Exactly. So, I mean, my confidence on stage and my confidence in the booth is attributed back to my first studio session.